Alright guys, so I'm going to be doing a live reading of 279 of Toriko. I trust you guys will enjoy this. You requested the live readings. They didn't work out. I didn't know you didn't have to read out every word. You could just read it and then give your impression of each page. So let's just get started. This is my first time reading. Let's get started, okay? On this path of expanse, the first step towards destiny is taken. Okay, so first step, we see him taking a step into the ground. The ground is cracking in the darkness. Ooh, I think I know who that is. That has to be Joa. It has to be Joa. The invisible. That's crazy though. I think like if that is Joa, based on the cliffhanger of the last chapter, like I literally think that she's doing some crazy stuff on the edge of the gourmet world where probably the laws of physics are breaking down. And so she's doing this weird thing where literally like the ground's cracking, but it's not really ground. It's like some other dimension, and she's literally creating a cracked pathway. By the way, before I finish reading this page, I do have to say, like, there's so many chapters. Well, not really. Like, I missed like roughly 3 weeks. There are quite a few weeks that I missed that I wish I had a bigger following. So like I could go back and do reviews on it, but at the same time, you know, for time restraints as well, I mean, sure, it'd be fun even if there's only 20 people, but not fun enough for me to do reviews on the chapters I missed. And again, as you know, there's so much craziness going down in those chapters I've missed. Like literally, like that's all I can say. Like there's so much I missed that's just crazy. I'll just go crazy for. You love the reaction, but alas, you know, I was too busy to do those weeks, and so unfortunately I couldn't get to them. But man, long story short, let's just bottle my reactions in 10 seconds for the last however many weeks I missed into this one statement. Holy freaking crap. It's freaking awesome. That freaking frog, that freaking golden lake, that freaking maze, that freaking Four Heavenly Kings, the freaking gourmet world, the freaking continents. Alright, let's just continue. Those footprints number into the hundreds of thousands. Okay, so maybe that's a Katsuya, but based off that silhouette, like you can't tell. It could be. It looks like a female. That path is carved open by the chosen ones. The path to success. So then you see some like cracked orb in the distance. I'm guessing it's referencing last chapter. It's a Katsuya paving some pathway to success, which only a select few, which the last chapter pointed to Komatsu being the one who was able to discern the way using his food luck to obtain like the correct path. The dining table of nobles, dining planet. Holy crap! Doesn't look very much like a planet. It looks like a freaking magma sphere or a diamond sphere or some freaking cracked unsafe sphere. One does not appreciate one's good health until one truly becomes sick. I agree with that. A lot of people take things for granted. I don't though. I live every day with grateful. Only once they lose them do people truly begin to appreciate these trivial days. Okay. Do they see how much they truly have? Is that her plan to like make people suffer so they appreciate things? Holy crap, there's a Katsuya, and he's old. Is he still alive? No, she's talking about Akatsuya as if he's dead. So that's simply an image of him. And he looks pretty old in that image. If it wasn't for those 2 wrinkles running down his face, he wouldn't be that old. Okay, let's continue. And by the way, like, from what I have assumed, it seems like those with gourmet cells can live like 10 times as long as the normal human, unless the normal humans can live thousands of years as well, which could be the case. Like, we don't know. But what we do know is that a lot of people with gourmet cells are hundreds of years old, which is kind of crazy. And Toriko and Komatsu are like 20 years old, which is kind of weird as well. So despite the fact that there's a huge power difference with Satsuno, like, she's so much older, so she's had a lot more time. That the vast amount of that which he still did not possess, in sheer amount of things he had not seen, flavors he, holy freaking hell. So she's sitting on this like planet of diamonds, and I'm guessing that pyramid may be his resting place, Akatsuya's resting place. As for those planets, like, holy crap. I'm going to give credit to another manga reviewer, you may know him, King of Lightning, for predicting this. Like, he has been touting these foreshadows, like these numerous clues for the last 50 chapters or so, that Toriko was headed to space. And I was a little skeptical at first, but I was convinced that pretty early on as well. And here we are. Like, this is freaking amazing. Like, it's awesome because it just shows that all those planets out there may have just as much variety and craziness in terms of the gourmet world, which opens up the potential limit for this universe and the storyline tremendously. And that's what I think was DBZ's downfall. They ended up just running out of places to expand to pretty quickly, which I thought was lame. And then DBGT, which was fan-made, was like, no, you can still go further, but it was just poorly done. Back on track, page 11. So she's pretty much saying that Akatsuya died, and although Akatsuya's the person who's probably experienced the most of the gourmet world, there's still so much more out there on other planets that he has not experienced, which is ridiculous. This was the answer Akatsuya was after. You are the second person to have ever chiseled his footprints into the path to this place. The first person was my mother. You mean Froze? Yes? Okay, let me just check something. I have to Google it just to check. Froze-sama. Holy crack. Holy crack. I said crack instead of crap. So this is not Froze-sama. This is some demented zombie form produced. I'm guessing she was produced from those freaking tears that Midora unintentionally cried on her grave, along with that healing stuff, to create this demented, twisted zombie version of Froze-sama, who she calls Froze-sama as her mother. And then you have this ridiculous, advanced level, what's it called? Nitro. This nitro, or nitro, however you would like to pronounce it, is on another level. You can tell, like, he's old, he has these freaking diamond necklaces. He's just experienced. He's already, the way he talks, like, as has already been shown multiple times, there's multiple different types of neutral of different classes. The normal ones, the ones with wings, both of those are pretty like dull and stupid and weak. Then there's the blue neutral, which are pretty darn intelligent and pretty darn amazing. And then now we have this freaking old ass king neutral, who's probably the freaking boss. And the first one we've seen who can talk. I feel like they can all talk, but maybe they just think that they're too what's the word? Maybe they think that the two like, you know how in oh, I don't want to spoil fairy tale, but they're too smart or they're too high up on the chain to even bother talking to humans, which I don't think makes sense because Midora captured them. They would talk by that point, knowing that the humans beat them. But maybe this is the only type that can talk. Sorry, enough talk. Our members couldn't. Is that a different neutral? I think so. It's a different one. Let me go back a page. Yes, it's definitely a different neutral. So there's at least two of these higher up sort of president level neutral. So again, this page, oh, this is interesting. This is a good this is a damn good chapter, better than the last 10. I'm glad I returned on this chapter. So again, there's a lot of things that are purposefully mysterious. Let me just think about this real quick. So I'm on page 12. She's been watching over this path. It's probably some like secret path. She doesn't want anyone to get to the end with the planet. Even the members, who are also very strong, couldn't sense it. She mentions some sort of power, maybe some high level ability. What would that be though? Because Toriko universe is focused on food and tasting good food. So it's not really focused on like becoming the strongest person. So that's kind of strange. Maybe this power has something to do with food. Like there are other manga that are focused on like the whole universe is focused on being the strongest person. Not Toriko, but maybe, I don't know. So maybe the power is food luck, but we don't know. As for the awakening by the Akatsu's full course, maybe, well, we know that Akatsu's full course was just made. It was just revealed. It's emerging from the earth now. So that potentially awakened this power. As for the condition, I'm thinking Komatsu. Komatsu's food luck, based off the last chapter and its references. Maybe that condition is the catalyst that awakened the power and Katsu's full course. I don't know how she came to a conclusion to not hand over the full course because of that, but maybe it's somehow related to obtaining this power, no doubt. Okay, there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7 of these president level neutral. All of them very smart and very different looking. And there's 1 seat missing, so maybe there's 8. And I don't see her sitting at any of these seats. So Joa is not sitting at the seats. All the neutral look freaking boss as heck, and they all look very different in terms of clothing and so forth. Gourmet Noble Blue Neutral, please relax. So why is Joa allied with these guys? Obviously there's something going on. The blue Nitro has been revealed to every faction except the good guy faction, the gourmet um, gourmet corporation with Ichirayu. Um, the blue Nitro, I can't tell if they're good or bad people. It's too hard to tell at this point so far. This arc thing, again, you know, I respect the endeavor to continue on with this sort of mystery and adding on new things. I really very much like it. It reminds me of D. Grayman for sure, especially the word arc. But they're definitely on this sort of strange platform. It's very interesting, and I really hated the fact that Neo, the whole faction Neo, and all those defectors were controlled, so they didn't voluntarily defect. I thought that was a cop-out. I would have liked the story better if they were in fact spies and they weren't being mind controlled to defect or be spies. I didn't like that when that was revealed. I'd rather them be actual spies that chose to defect. Anyhow. They're gonna be backstabbed for sure. Dang, that's pretty darn awesome. That was a mind flip right there. I very much enjoyed that mind flip. That whole idea that holy crap, the path was there from the start. He was simply able to see it. That's pretty darn crazy. It confuses me too, because these people who are defectors can still talk and think and act on their own. So maybe there is some sort of miscommunication there that was expressed to the readers on whether they were all mind controlled to be a part of Neo. We don't know. By the way, I very much like this sort of trifecta dynamic with the three childhood friends, Komatsu and his two best friends, all ending up in different factions. Neo, Toriko's group, which is like Ichirayu's group, and then Midori's group with that other chef. And as we can see, like the evil one has fallen way behind. Komatsu is like this beast, so talented. He has the food luck. I wish him well. I really hope one day he learns how to fight as well. Like, he's the only cook who can't, but I feel like that makes him unique as well. So maybe I like it if he doesn't. And then we have this stupid dude who, as far as we know at this point, is in Neo, and I see him in this panel. But what confuses me is the fact that, like, why keep this guy around? Because literally, if you look at this panel, it looks like he can't cook that well. He doesn't have any fighting strength, and literally, like, every other person in the panel is on a high level in terms of fighting strength. Well, not everyone, but you get the point. Alright, back to Komatsu's deal. I just very much like Komatsu's whole attitude. Basically, this idea of he's always scared to death, always praying to himself, kind of like Usopp, but in a more pure, innocent and righteous way. Usopp's not like that at all. He's always trying to save his own skin, save for the recent occurrences. Spoiler alert. But Komatsu, like, in this panel, he's like literally scared to death, and yet his food luck always saves him, which is funny as heck. That is just crazy, dude. That is literally crazy. Like, so many things. One, how beautiful that landscape looks with the freaking, I don't even know what those are, golden bubbles floating off into the sky, the freaking strange tentacle plants, the fact that Komatsu has such ridiculous food luck. It's crazy. It's kind of like something out of Dr. Seuss, really. I can't deny that there's probably some influence. Yeah, I feel like if I was in that world, I would just freaking sell that gold liquid back to the human world and become rich. Probably not, no. I'd probably just goof off, and like at that point, like money's not an issue. They're all rich as hell. I don't understand this. What, the swamp's hidden room? I don't know when, but all these treasures. I feel like this is stupid. They're like, oh, I don't know when, but during our adventure in the maze, we somehow found a hidden room in the swamp's maze where we found all these hidden treasures, and we brought them on board on the octopus, and we forgot about it, and here they are again. Like, that doesn't freaking make sense. But there you have it. They have all a room full of treasure chests and a strange tin can. I very much like this gourmet world. Such crazy stuff. And I really applaud this author's imagination. Giant mega rain, droplets the size of your freaking giant octopus. It's crazy. Cool, it ends. Cool, rain spirits. Honestly, the imagination this author has, pretty darn amazing. Holy crap, the bewitching food world is here. No doubt it's some screwed up demon Halloween place. I'm excited to see what happens. And it ends with the guy we haven't seen for many years, the lightning dude. He's come abroad. What we do know about the bewitching food world, though, is that everyone there is horrendously ugly. So I'm excited to see how they obtain air first, if they will obtain air. It's kind of like the Pokemon games, like obtain every badge in every continent. And I'm excited to see what the bewitching food world is like. And I'm excited how this guy Tengu Buranchi has gotten stronger. Can't wait to see. Again, I hate the fact that he depends on batteries, but I can't hate. I'm very excited for the next chapter. As always, like, favorite, share, subscribe to this video so you can see more in the future. And if you saw this whole video, you can do one thing that can help me out, which is share this with people you know, friends or family, who you know will like it, and who you can please convince to subscribe to my channel. And I guess on top of that, just leave a comment if you actually watched the whole thing. I'd really very much appreciate it, just to see like if it's worth spending all this time just to do a full video when if no one watches it, maybe not. So I'd very much like it if you watch this whole thing to leave a comment and let me know. Peace.